This is the most powerful BMW ever made, and it's also one of the rarest because this right here is the BMW XM Label Red, only 500 in the world without the body kit. With the body kit, about 15 so far. We're talking about a $190,000 car with a $49,800 body kit, and there's 36 individual carbon fiber pieces.
If you aren't familiar with Larte Design, they're based in Dusseldorf, Germany, and since 2012, they've been making some of the world's best bespoke body kits for performance vehicles like this very BMW XM. Their skilled team of designers and engineers create everything in-house, from designing to sketching to assembling. They actually did a custom body kit for my personal car, a BMW X6, as well as many other performance vehicles like the Bentley Bentayga, GLE Coupe, Mercedes Maybach, and a brand new Cadillac Escalade, which I'm going to show you later.
I had yet to see the XM version, and the XM already looks amazing. The Label Red looks even better because it has that kind of red trim going on everywhere. So that's basically the souped up version of the BMW XM that has 748 horsepower, making it the most powerful factory-ready BMW ever to leave Germany. But on top of that, you put the carbon fiber with the Larte body kit on top, and you just have something completely different, right? So you might recognize the rest of the, headlights and silhouette and shape, but it's been beefed up. So you have the glossy carbon fiber bonnet. At the bottom, you have a split front splitter. So you can actually put your finger right down the middle. Red trim, because it's labeled red, carbon fiber. And if you look closely, you'll see that the grille actually has a contouring ambient light, which makes the car look really, really good at night. Going off to the side, rims are awesome because the rims complement the Label Red perfectly. So these are glossy black, but they also have the red trim. Bear in mind, this is fully Larte. So these right here are 23-inch rims. They wanted to do 24s, but they couldn't find tires and it was just too big for this specific car. What I like is that you also have the Larte badge on the sides of the bonnet, right there. Looks very nice, little detail. And then you have these wheel arches also in carbon fiber, right there. You have these side pieces, carbon fiber, and they have this triangular shape. When you open the door, you'll see that sticks out like this. Looks nice. This goes very well with the factory-ready prism door handle. So this is actually not from Larte, this actually comes directly from the car. So what they were trying to basically do was follow the design language that BMW uses for the XM. So you do have some of these prism shapes everywhere. You're going to notice that this prism and this triangular shape is also on the roof when you go inside. So it all flows very nicely. You have another piece back here in the rear, which kind of imitates as if it was an intake, but it's not. It's just there for decoration. Looks good. And if you go to the back, shark gills in red with the matte black, glossy black. That looks super cool. If you guys want to buy extremely rare, exclusive, and premium cars around the world, you can go to our very own car auction platform, spxcars.com. We'll leave a link in the description box below, and you can find cars just like this one right here. So now you have the twin stacked exhaust pipes directly from BMW, but they've added a carbon fiber kind of contouring casing around it. It looks really nice. It feels really premium too because it's not just kind of there hanging, it's literally interwoven into the exhaust. Of course, like always, Larte uses the Formula One style brake lights, 2 on each side. And then of course, you have these lights that when you look at them from the side, they look like they're off. They get a lot brighter when you look at them head on. Now, the reason why the BMW logo is in the middle, it's actually up here in the corner, is because this is the second ever purely M car. The first one was the M1 way back in the 70s. This is the XM. It's the kind of second generation of pure M, made only last year. And like the M1 had the BMW logo up in the corners and also had this kind of finish to the side. So you will see some hints of, tributes to the origins of M. It's got the twin spoiler on the roof, also by Larte, which I think really emphasizes the look of this car being sporty because without this, it's an aggressive car, right? But the XM's spoiler, the roof spoiler, is just this piece right there. I feel like this really enhances it. You have two spoilers. You have the roof spoiler and then you have the mid spoiler going down the middle. This one's a little bit more subtle, but it just makes the car look more streamlined. more intense, more aggressive. So that's the general idea of the outside. Large doesn't do any interiors. The inside is purely Label Red XM. So when you take a little look, you have the Label Red theme everywhere. So you have all black leather, red stitching everywhere. Even the AC vents have the glossy red right there. And then the seats are half and half. So you have half black leather with the red stitching, and then you have full red leather with red stitching too. And then down the middle on the headrest, a glowing XM logo. How cool does the roof look on this car too? It's got that same prism shape, and it's got a contouring ambient light. The inside of this car looks really nice. I actually got to drive this, and I think that BMW did a really good job at making this car just feel futuristic, because this kind of detail that you get in front of you, when you're driving, it just feels like you're in a spaceship. You know, this is just pretty much for nothing. Yeah, you have some AC vents here, and that's your heads-up display. It's a 12.5-inch heads-up display, by the way. This car is a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, but it also has electric motor assistance. So when I press this, you're gonna see that it goes. So that's straight out of Hans Zimmer. I'm gonna straighten this out. And what you get, of course, you're gonna see a lot of similarities with competition cars. So, you know, whether it's the M3 competition, the X5 competition, X6 competition, there's a lot of that going on in here. So first of all, you have the M1 and M2 customizable toggles. You have the M livery colors going around the stitching right there. M detail right there. This is kind of like a gunmetal shadow chrome, which looks really cool. Gear selector also has the M livery going around it. And then you have XM 1 of 500 right down the middle, because that's the Label Red 500. Also, by the way, a couple of new things. Curved display. You might have seen that in some of the newer BMWs, and also this bit where the AC vents are now kind of more triangular and they have their own individual ambient lighting. So instead of it being one big thing, it goes here, it cuts off, continues down the middle, it ends there along with the door. Sound system, this has 20 speakers everywhere. I've tried to count them, and I kind of gave up halfway because there's a lot of them and I can't see many of them. So you have cup holders, but what's cool about these is that they are cooled or heated. Now, my X6 has this, and the only time I've used that is actually the other way around. So normally if you had a coffee, you'd think that you want to keep it warm. They always give me coffee way too hot, so I actually use the cooling feature to quickly cool my coffee down. Very cool little feature. You can also close this up. Nice little XM carbon fiber pattern. Do you see that? It's like carbon fiber with the XM colors stitched inside, except it's not actual carbon fiber, it's just a pattern. Okay, so anyways, let's show you the back before we start driving. So this red line is also a tribute to the M1 back in the day. And when you open up the back, first of all, it's a heavy door. I guess it feels, you know, premium, but take a look at the back seats. I'll actually open up the other side. My first observation was the absolute squish factor on these back seats. I mean, look at this. This is like a living room sofa. It's beyond squishy. And on top of that, it comes with its own Label Red XM pillows. Wish I had these. But in general, I mean, this is so comfortable. And I'm not just saying that, like, we review so many cars and the back seats are great, you know, the back seats are fine, but this is extremely comfortable. It's great. It's extremely squishy, you know? You can't really feel it on camera, but it's great. If you look right here, the seat actually continues into the corner. So this is basically the wall, and you still have that squishy leather going on. So you can basically sit down, and if you're talking to someone, you can just turn around, and it doesn't feel like that awkward angle on your back. Also from the back seat, you can really appreciate the roof. You have that contouring ambient lighting, which looks great, and also that prism pattern going on. No sunroof though, but it does look really good. It looks really nice. It looks very futuristic, you know? Sometimes you gotta be more daring to, you know, get a new look, and BMW went all out with this car. Then Larte came in and slam dunked it. So, yeah, it's a great looking car. Right, when you open the back up, you get two cool things. First of all, a lot of space, but second of all, your very own BMW XM handbag. Now, how's that for a flex? This one even comes leashed up to the car itself, so if it's swinging around for any reason, well, it won't go anywhere too far. It's got the stitching, it's got the XM badge, it's leather. It's nice. I like the color combo too. So this car comes with the bag. Remove this so we can test the space. I will put this, I'll give this to you. I mean, this is how you can tell how much space you actually have, so. Yeah, it's pretty good. Something like this in New York would cost you about $3,000 a month. As I mentioned, Larte makes a bunch of other body kits, and we actually got to see the Escalade body kit in person. Here it is. This is the new Cadillac Escalade with the body kit by Larte. And first of all, look at the front. All carbon fiber. You have a carbon fiber grille cutting across horizontally with the big Larte badge down the middle. You have another Larte badge on the bonnet. Again, carbon fiber makes this car look even crazier. This is the ESV. It's a big car, but I mean, when you see it like this, it does look pretty nuts. The rims are huge. These are 24-inch rims. For you guys to have a little bit of an understanding of how big they are, I mean, they're that big. They're enormous. And also, I actually really love the pinstripe look of the rims. When you get rims this big and they have that kind of pinstripe, it just feels like, you know, VIP executive. It feels cool. So going off to the side, huge carbon fiber on the wheel arches. You also have them on the side skirts, but these are actually on the door. So when you open the doors, you're gonna have the running board open up, but the carbon fiber stays right there. You have more little carbon fiber details everywhere, this rear aileron. Now, on the back, what I like is they've added this kind of twin spoiler on the roof. So the original had this smaller one, which looked okay. This makes it look a lot more intense and sporty. You have the quad exhaust system, two on each side, new rear diffuser, and like with a lot of other Larte body kits, you have the Formula One style brake lights, which is my favorite part of the back when it comes to Larte body kits. And while Larte doesn't do interiors yet, let's take a little look inside because this is a very nice car. I love what Escalade's been doing lately, and Cadillac in general. They've been doing a great job lately, making the cars more comfortable, more techy, and more luxurious. The price of this specific model without the body kit is about $230,000. With the body kit, it's an extra $49,800. Presented about almost $290,000, but what you're getting is an absolute, 1% crazy vehicle. This is completely nuts. Really comfortable, really luxurious on the inside, and it looks amazing from the outside. Cool, let's go back to the XM. Right, so I think it's time to go drive this thing. Let's go put it on the roads of Germany. Let's go. Just turn it on. All right. All right, right, so driving the XM, it's powerful. It's actually so big because when you look at the front, you see the carbon fiber bonnet from Larte. It's a big car, but it's got so much power. This will do 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds because it's the label red, but the non-label red, so the standard XM, will do 0 to 100 in about 4.3 seconds. It also has this green light detection system. So when you're at a stoplight, you actually get the little stoplight logo right there at the gauge. So right now, light is red, and you can actually see that right there. You see that? Red light. And when that turns green, it'll make a sound. It'll go boom, turn green there, and it'll notify me. So ready? You'll hear it. I'm gonna raise the volume. Try to get the, you see? Done. There it is. That's actually a good feature. And what's interesting about the XM is I feel like we've been a part of it since the Genesis all through the stages until now. So I remember Alex first did the first prototype, then I did the concept car, then we did the XM in Germany, and then I saw the XM label red at Villa d'Este, And now we have the XM Label Red with the Larte body kit. I mean, it's not going to get any crazier than this, but we've seen it from the beginning. I think that for $170,000, even without the Label Red, it's already a great car. But Label Red gives it that extra power, and I love the roof. Roof is very nice. Right, that's the BMW XM Label Red by Larte. What do you guys think? I mean, looking at it, to me, this is one of the craziest SUVs I have ever seen. It just looks absolutely bonkers. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.